Hello, everyone. Hello, guys. How are you guys on tonight? I hope you guys are having an awesome evening on tonight. Guess what time it is? It is story time with Miss Doris. I've come on to read you a bedtime story on tonight. I like to greet everyone all over the world. I like to say hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some good night. I hope you're having an awesome evening on tonight. We didn't get to read the story time this morning. I was in training or in meetings, so guess what? It's okay. We're going to read you a bedtime story on today. Well, today is Wednesday, and usually on Wednesdays are our Christian days. Hello and welcome to Story Time with Miss Doris. But before we get ready to do our story, we're not going to do the story time song. We are just going to go ahead on and get started with our story time. As you know, we have started our sign letters. So today's letter is the letter G, and we're going to do the letter G in sign. Get those hands up as usual. Get those fingers and muscles moving so we can do our sign letter G. Our sign letter G is the letter in which we are doing on today. So we're going to do hands up, fold your three fingers, and like this. This is the letter G. This is the letter G. Hello and welcome. Yesterday we did the letter E. Yesterday was the letter E, and the letter E in sign is hands up, then the fingers down, and the letter E. So we have the letter E and the letter G. We have the letter E and the letter G. Now let's do it all together without looking at the letter. Hands up. Let me see the front facing of those hands. And we are going to do the letter G. This is the letter G. Let's have my hand to look. Letter G. Good job. Let's go ahead on and get started with our short story on today. As you know, today is Wednesday, and Wednesday we read a Christian story. So we are still in the Children's Bible. We're going to be reading a short story from the Children's Bible on tonight. I hope you guys had an awesome, great day on today. Today's story we're going to be reading is Baby in the Basket. And this is going to be Exodus chapters 1 and 2. For 200 years ago, after Joseph died, the Israelites lived in Egypt. They were called Hebrews by the people of Egypt because they had come from another land. Then a new king who did not know about Joseph came into power in Egypt. He thought that there were too many Hebrews. He was afraid that they would take over the country, so he took away their freedom and made them work as slaves. Their lives were hard, but still the number of Hebrews grew. The king gave another terrible order. All Hebrew baby boys were to be put to death. And the definition of Hebrews is the Israelites were called the Hebrews when they were in Egypt. They claimed descent from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The slaves, when the people are slaves, they are owned by other people and they are forced to do work for money. A Hebrew woman named Jochebed had just given birth to a baby boy. She hid her baby to keep him safe. Her daughter, Miriam, and her son Aaron kept the secret. But the baby got too big to hide, so she placed him in the basket and set the basket in the river Nile. The basket floated like a boat down the Nile. Miriam followed it on shore to see where it would go. The king's daughter was bathing in the river. She saw the basket. The baby inside was crying. The princess knew it was a Hebrew baby, but she felt really sorry for him. Miriam saw what had happened. She told the princess she would get a Hebrew woman to nurse the baby. The woman was her mother, Jochebed. When the boy got older, Jochebed took him back to the king's daughter. He became her son. She named him Moses. The Nile is the longest river in the world. The Nile flows about 4,150 miles through the eastern Africa from the source in the Burundi to the delta on the Mediterranean Sea. There's Miriam getting the baby out of the Nile. The end. That was a short story on today, talking about the baby in the basket. The baby in the basket, which we did say 200 years ago, Joseph had died, and they had to go. He had died. Then the Israelites had lived well in Egypt, but they were called the Hebrews by the people of Egypt because it was too many of them. Then the king did not know about Joseph and the power in Egypt, so he thought it was too many Hebrews. So what he decided to do, he decided to make them become as slaves. And as the Hebrew woman had a baby, in which she had given birth to, which was a baby boy, which her name was Miriam. And Miriam and her daughter Miriam and her son Aaron kept the secret of the baby boy, who was the parent of it. So Miriam, they put the baby in the river Nile in a basket, and the basket floated down like a boat. The Nile. Miriam followed them on shore to see exactly where the basket would go. The king's daughter was bathing in the water. Guess what? She was the good Samaritan that got the baby out of the river Nile. She saw the basket and the baby was crying inside. But the princess knew it was a Hebrew baby, but she felt really, really sorry for him. But Miriam was there on the side, and she saw what had happened. She told the prince that she would go and get a Hebrew woman to nurse the baby, to take care of him till he got a little older. And she did just that. As the baby got older, Jochebed took him back to the king's daughter, which he became her son. She named him Moses. That was an awesome story on today. I enjoyed reading your story on today about the baby in the basket. Thank you so much for tuning in. Well, remember, if you're not feeling well, always let someone know that you are not feeling well. And guess what? They would take really good care of you. And when you're out and about, make sure that when you're playing with your toys or eating lunch or having a snack, that you are washing and sanitizing your hands at all times. Remember, we are still practicing safety first at all times. We're still practicing safety first, and it is imperative when you go out in public, make sure you are wearing your mask and you don't take your mask off unless someone tells you to. You guys were awesome on today. Have an awesome evening. See you on tomorrow. We will be doing our story time on time tomorrow. I apologize. I had a lot going on in the beginning of the week, but guess what? We still got a chance to read you your story for today. Take care. Have an awesome, blessed night. And don't forget, remember, share this video with your family and friends. Have an awesome night. Take care, and God bless you all. Don't forget to smile. Have a good day.